And good morning from Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Good morning.
Good morning.
A little different look for you.
It is.
Go ahead and say.
Sporting ponytail. And
What's up with ponytail today?
Well, I got yard work to do, and then when Kurt gets off work, we're going back to the deer camp to finish what we did not finish up for the weekend.
Sort of camped out there this weekend?
Yeah. It was just a lot of work. I'm
telling you, it's on right now, isn't it?
We did 7 fields yesterday and still got 2 more to go.
Oh, and watch this out, because I got into yellow jackets late Friday afternoon, and they don't feel good.
No. I had a wasp pop me on the back of the leg the other day. It was a nest was under my front steps at home, and I did not know it.
So do you swell up real bad from them?
I haven't gotten, stung that much, and I hadn't gotten stung in a long time, but this one felt like somebody had a needle in my leg, just continuously poking me with
I
it.
left the woods
horrible.
to come home to get Benadryl because
Yeah.
I swell up pretty bad with the wasp. It'll just, but a yellow jacket.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, you ever seen those commercials where people have the water just pouring down?
Oh, yeah.
It was like
they're
that.
awful. I remember in high school, I can still remember when we had break.
Yeah.
I had a Coke in my hand, and
Oh,
I was
no.
drinking it, and it got down in there, and we didn't know it because they were awful around the garbage cans, and it break and stuff. Anyway,
Did you get your mouth?
Popped my lip. Yeah, it was horrible.
That gives me the heebie-jeebies.
They don't feel good. They don't.
So how much you lack? How many more fields?
2 fields. That'll be 9. So.
It is really getting to where in between the painting, I'm starting to doubt what I do here on the side here if it's really worth it.
Well, I told him today, I said, my gosh, do you realize what you spend in seed and leasing? All this. I said, we could redo the house.
See, it's starting. She acted like she liked this stuff before she married him.
No, I do like it. It is a lot of work, though.
The key to a great deer hunting marriage is you never let her go or she never finds out what you spend there. That's really the truth.
Well, look, he was on the tractor.
Yeah.
And he tills it up, and then we plant, with the four-wheeler in the
Yeah.
thing. And then I go behind him on the four-wheeler covering it up. Me and my son. So
there you go. Well, coming up, we've got some news headlines for you. We'll tell you about what's going on nationwide, what went on over the weekend, and also we'll update you with the weather forecast next to find out if it's going to remain cool or not.
Okay.
All on the way with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. And, of course, Freeman Tractor is open for you this morning, taking care of business when it comes to anything that you need to deal with when it comes to a lawnmower or tractor. That's what they do there. Of course, they offer the Skag mowers. You can go by and see that complete line on Highway 494. You can call ahead and say, hey, look, I'm looking for this. Have it waiting for me. I'm on the way. They'll do that for you. From Skag to Exmark, great products. And, of course, they've got some great LS tractors in stock that you're looking for. And I think a new shipment is coming in this week as well. So if you've been waiting on a tractor, go by and see Steve and Keith today. They'll be able to fix you up there. Also, any implement that you may be looking for, they've got plenty of those to choose from bush hogs to blades. They've got that to disc. And Benchy, one of the big names that are now involved, made in Texas. If you're looking for a UTV, they've got them for you. They've got plenty to choose from. Of course, this is one of the bigger ones that they offer here that you can get accessorized with AC and heater. Boy, real nice. Light bars, rudder wrenches, electric dump bed. It's a lot to look at. Go by and see them. They'll show you the complete line of them there. See what you like. Styles, different colors. You can get them with GPS, radios, whatever you're looking for. Of course, the racing bike is there. Benchy, of course, 0% for 60 months on the Benchy. You can get it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, just off of Highway 19 is where you'll find all of them. Go by and see them today. Well, as we start looking at forecast, I highly suggest taking an umbrella today. You're going to need that. In our forecast, a 90% chance of showers today. Of course, brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. As we turn to look at first, let's go on with what the National Weather Service tells us this morning. Now, I put out on Facebook just a little bit ago about the patchy dense fog that is possible this morning. That's through about 9 a.m. And that's areas in Lauderdale County, mainly south here. It'll go right up to the county line on Kemper. Where you're going, it could be half to a quarter mile visibility. So leave a little early this morning. Don't be caught in that old fog. It's thick. As we move forward, looking still no activity with hurricanes. That is great news for everyone. Can't have enough of calm waters in the ocean there. So thumbs up to that. Still cooler temperatures expected again toward the end of the week. We'll get into that in a little bit. 40s expected on Friday and Saturday nights for those lows. Wow, wow, and double wow. I like that. That's on the way. As we look at the chances of thunderstorms today, basically the southern states to the eastern seaboard today, possibility of storms. That's what's going on. Let's pull up our radar here and get a closer look at what we've got on that. And it does show here, look at this area here, taking in Huntsville on up to Nashville, Murfreesboro, these areas. As we zoom in on the Meridian area, we do fall in this. It's just going to be right past the split there at 5920, taking in the eastern portion of the county, pretty much DeKalb line, Macon, eastern all the way up, and then down through all of Clark County and Wayne County. So these areas could see some thunderstorm activity this afternoon. And, of course, should that happen, we'll be here to walk you through that and give you the storm street by street as it gets near you. As we back out and look at this of storms and things that are going on this morning, everything lies out to our west Shreveport, south of there, between there and Alexandria, Louisiana. Hadn't made it to Monroe in these areas here, but later on today, expect that ease in our way as we look at northward there, Little Rock, Arkansas, getting some rain as well this morning on up to Jonesboro, Arkansas. The forecast calling, though, for that 90% chance of showers today, mainly after lunchtime. We're going to have that patchy fog this morning, high to reach 83 and very gusty, so expect some winds outside today. But again, 90% chance of rain this afternoon. So if you planted those deer patches this weekend, you hit it just right. They'll get wet. Down to a 40% chance of rain tonight. Still gusty with a low around 56 as we jump to Tuesday. Slight chance of rain early, then gradually clearing with a high of 72 tomorrow. So not bad. Kind of cool tomorrow. Tomorrow night, wow, get this, 49 for a low. We're going to have several of these this week. We get to Wednesday, 74. 79 for a high, and Thursday 79, and as we said, Friday and Saturday night we're looking at more of that cooler weather, so can't beat that in our forecast. So it's great news for us as we look at our forecast. Some of the best weather we've had in quite some time, isn't it? So that's what's going on weather-wise this morning as it shapes up. So no complaints on that. And on the way, we'll give you some more details of just how far our forecast will go. We'll give you an extended look at that on the way right around the corner. Right now, I want to talk to you about Joe. Yeah, out of the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. If you're looking for groceries, one of the best places to go in town that you can get some great deals right now. Right here in our area, you want to talk about being local, that's what they are at Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. You can get the blueberries for $2.99 a pound. You can get those Mississippi sweet potatoes for 59 cents a pound at the Pig. Of course, they're offering green cabbage, 69 cents a pound. Great deal on that as well. And the mandarin oranges, always good to have an orange in the refrigerator when you want one. The 2-pound bag for $4.99. You can also take advantage of the toastery pastries. You can get those Piggly Wiggly brands for $1 a box for that 11-ounce size. Great. Chips Ahoy, how about that? 2 for $5. That's a deal also. Raisin Bran, if you're needing some cereal, they've got that 2 for $5, along with original mayonnaise from Piggly Wiggly. You can get that, the 30-ounce jar, for only $1.99. This is just a sample of some of the things that you can get there. If you're looking for steaks, the New York Strip, the family pack for $9.99, along with, well, let's see here, the whole fryers, $1.19 a pound there. And, of course, bacon. Everybody loves that. 24-ounce Mariah sliced bacon, $5.99. Along with the drinking water, you can get that for $3 for $9 rather. The Piggly Wiggly brand, purified drinking water. Great stuff. And again, those are some great deals going on this week at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. You'll save yourself some money and get well taken care of.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
And welcome back with Scotty, Ray, and Candace as Monday is here. We only have how many days left of October?
Just a few. Not long at all.
All but gone now.
Yep.
So as we get ready for tomorrow night, that is going to be the big one.
Yes. Let's just cross our fingers that it's going to actually happen.
You know, and will it happen? That is the question.
Yeah.
And, you know, here's the picture of what's coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow night, the first debate. Will he get sick? Will he come down? Or will he take a shot like a lot of folks have said and come out?
Yeah, well, you know, like the other day, and over the weekend, I was watching Fox, and there was a lot of people saying, you know, that he has not been seen in several days. And
well, you know, he cut his campaign off until the debate. a few days ago. Who does that?
Well, I know some people were saying, oh, they're trying to get him ready for the debate and they're doing this and that. I'm wondering if they're going to say, oh, he's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, he hadn't felt good and we just didn't want to announce it, but he has the corona.
That could very easily happen.
Maybe. I hope it does take place. I think it's going to be a good thing to watch.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, it is tailgate material.
Yeah, it is.
And we bring this next subject up because, to my knowledge, this is not, no arrests have been made yet. And,
Yes.
it could have happened in the wee hours of the morning and I'm just not aware of it. But this hits home for a lot of folks here.
Yes, it does. It's scary. It's
Very.
a scary thing. And, just the other day we were talking about that, even in the country, you don't feel
No, you don't.
safe anymore. And, used to, there was a lot of people that didn't even lock their doors. They didn't do this, because they
Leave your
felt
keys
safe.
in the car.
Right. And now, this is just,
And a prime example of it.
it is. It's this reality now.
Now, all the details have not been released, but this gentleman, and his name is Terrence Desmond Brown, 6'4", 250 pounds, pretty big old boy, broke into a home, done some form, and we don't have all the details of some sexual assault. Maybe, I keep hearing, in the rumor mill that it was very brutal, what he done. So you assume that someone was hit.
I said the other day, I can't even imagine. Just knowing that if I come home and knew somebody had been in my home,
right,
that would be enough to rattle me. And to actually be, violated in any kind of way, attacked or whatever, that I cannot imagine. Prayers for that family.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Going through that.
And I'm not sure how the kidnapping, because there's not a lot of details that come out of this, but kidnapping is one of the charges in this. So
because she was, I guess, held against her will.
Okay,
so
that's how that works.
Yeah, I think
but if
so.
you've seen anybody that looks, call the police.
Yes, and does it on here? Does it say what color truck he was driving?
It does not in that ad there.
Okay. I know the other day there was talk that it possibly was a red truck.
Possibly.
But just be on the lookout. Keep your doors locked at all times.
Yes.
If you have an alarm, set it, and just look out for your neighbors. Because I know we've talked to several of our neighbors, and we're like, checking on them, and anybody that might live alone, if it's a elderly person, check on them often.
Absolutely, and if you've got protection, keep your equalizer close at hand. That's a lot of what Mississippians do. Just that's a rough one right there.
It is a rough one, and unbelievable. On one hand, you kind of like nowadays it doesn't surprise, but it does surprise
when it's
you.
your community,
right?
And we are a small community. We're not big. These things shouldn't happen here.
Yes, I hope they catch the guy, and I hope that they, prosecute him. So
we'll see where that leads. As we look at a good point, you're always saying, "Hey, we need something good to talk about."
We do.
Well, I finally got it here.
Well, I'm so glad.
Franklin Graham held a prayer, I guess you call it a prayer march is what it was called, in Washington, D.C. over the weekend. He took 44 buses from where he came from to Washington. 50,000 people, estimate, showed up.
That's great. That's an outstanding thing.
It makes you feel
good. And it says
good.
they're showing support for the president and for the country, and that's what we need right now.
Yes.
We need plenty of prayer and plenty of support and back the president, back the police, back anybody who is willing to stand up, for the people of this country. So,
absolutely. And I don't know all the details that went on, but they did go to several different sites and do prayers around Washington. I know Jensen Franklin was a part of the group that went also. You ever listen to him? He's pretty good.
No, I have not.
He's out of Atlanta, another one of the big preachers there. That's Trump has that prayer group of pastors that come up and pray with him every so often. So
that's a great thing.
That's what's going on. And I didn't know this. As a kid, and you correct me if I'm wrong, as a kid, I was always taught that if you burn the American flag, that it was against the law. And so
I thought the same thing. And I also thought that you weren't supposed to, maybe that was just a thing that we were told, don't let a flag touch the ground.
Absolutely.
Don't, you never burn a flag. It should be against the law. I think it should be.
Well, we do have laws that says you can't desecrate, but the Supreme Court, and I looked it up back in '89, changed it to where you could burn a flag without any charges being brought against you.
And why would they do that?
Well,
that's just opening up a door
Well, see, that goes back to what's going on right now with the appointee of our laws and things of who gets in those spots there as to what will happen and affect us. You don't really think about it until you look at examples and you go, why?
You know, I was just saying the other day, all the things that we're going through with people, you know, throwing fits and getting their way. It's like a group of just like children,
babies,
stomping their foot, trying to get their way, and then you give them their way, and it's like
it ain't enough.
Well, if you give them their way, you're not going to be able to do anything with them. It's like a child. I mean, you got to start from the get-go, enforcing the rules. Because
the key thing what you're saying there is there's a word, family. That's what needs to be, that shapes America.
That's right. Yeah.
And as you put it up, as we're talking about the Supreme Court, this is the big thing that's going on. This happened Saturday at the White House lawn. They done a press conference, and she did get the nod for the nomination. 7 kids, a whole heap of them. She's got a couple that are adopted.
And a special needs child.
Yeah. Now, what I don't understand, and you tell me where this is right, they are really going after her because she's Catholic. What is wrong with being Catholic?
I mean, I just think it's horrible because it's pretty much come down to her religion. I mean, that they're bashing her because they're bashing her because of her religion. She's a member of a praise. I'm gonna say a praise team because that's kind of like what it is. Many churches have praise teams.
Yes,
there's nothing wrong with that. And they're saying they're trying to say, some people are trying to say that it's kind of like a cult type thing that she's involved.
You are kidding me.
No, they are trying to make it out like she is involved in some kind of something that is inappropriate, which is just outrageous and ridiculous. I mean, it's just, you know.
There's only one way to fix this, and no matter what side of the fence, you cannot complain unless you go vote. And November the 3rd, just so long as you vote. It doesn't, you know, if you're Democrat, Republican, vote, because that's what makes America work. And if you like what's going on, you vote for the way it is. If you don't, go vote against it. But, you know, if you believe that she's the type person, then that's where you need to cast your vote.
Everything I've heard about her and anybody who has made comments about that know her say that she's just a wonderful, you know, person, that she would be great for that position, you know, that she would be fair and that she would stand up for people's rights and stuff. I think that it has a lot to do with the abortion thing because she's totally against abortion.
So they're afraid that the Wade versus Roe will be reversed.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
So.
Now, and we're talking about voting. I saw where The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is throwing his support behind Joe Biden. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see the thing.
Let me see. I think I can pull that up. It's a headline on Fox News. Let me see here. There it is, right there. The Rock endorses these candidates. First time he's ever done it.
You know, and people can vote for whoever they want to. That's everybody's right.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to bash him for doing that. It makes me wonder though. I would love to ask people, why are you voting for them? Why are you voting for them? Like,
there's something that they truly believe.
Because I can say why I would vote for Trump because, I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm conservative. I like, everything that he stands for.
Right.
You know, when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not. I just want the country to be.
I'm going to let you get in charge of a debate. That's what I'm going to do.
Me?
Yeah, I think you could do good in a debate.
Lord.
Say, come on. Well, and that's where the latest story on that. I'm trying to think. Seemed like there was another story that was floating around. Bill Maher, he's a night talk show host. The Bill Maher something show. Maybe it's on HBO. But he also jumped on the lady for being Catholic. He slammed her for that.
Now, which one is he?
He's one of those guys that's at night.
Okay.
I'd have to Google a picture of him to show you what he looks like.
I think I know who you're talking about. Is he kind of like?
I'd say
his remarks are kind of.
Well, he uses bad language. Oh yes.
Yeah. Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Maher. Yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
You said Meyer, and it might be a different person.
No,
it could be a different person,
it.
But
I know
who you're talking about, and he's real smart aleck.
Yeah, uses language that you wouldn't use in front of your mama a lot. That's the best way I know to put that. Why you want to do that?
Who is the guy? Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had Ben Shapiro on his show one time, and you can imagine how that went.
Oh,
because
boy.
I've never seen Ben Shapiro be asked a question that he could not answer.
So what went on?
So he kind of made him look like an idiot. I mean, he really did. He made Bill Maher just kind of eat his words.
Yeah.
That he was sitting there saying. But I know who you're talking about. So.
Yeah, I just said it wrong.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
No, you have to correct me
I was
when
just
I
trying
don't.
to make sure I had the right person who we were talking about. But yeah, I can imagine him saying that about her because he's not at all conservative. I mean, he's just not.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Now, here's another thing that's going on in America that I didn't even know that existed. And I included this because I didn't know this was a party. But there's a farmer out there who was running for the House in Minnesota, and he was running under the Legal Marijuana Now Party.
Yeah, I have never heard of that.
Now, he's passed away, and this throws up I researched, and it doesn't tell how he died. I mean, it could have been numerous ways. It just hadn't come out yet. But supposedly, if you're running, there's an election, and you die within, I think it's like 90 days of it, then the election has to be postponed until they can work it out. Now, he was not going to win in any shape, form, or way, but he was taking votes away from the other two, which could sway it.
So they had not started voting at all for that? Okay.
November the 3rd is the election, but it's too close to the election, so that's going to be postponed is what's going to happen.
Okay. But no, I did not even know that party existed.
Yeah, that's new. And, you know, I've heard that at some point Mississippi will vote whether or not we get medical marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, that's going to open up a whole new industry in the state of Mississippi because it'll be people filing to grow it, sell it, and all of that stuff.
Yeah. And I'm not one for, somebody to use marijuana just to use,
You're saying for medical, you're okay with
for
it.
medical purposes, I have seen where it does help, like people who have Parkinson's.
Right.
I mean, if you see a person who has how they have shakiness, and then I've seen after they've used the medical marijuana and they are just completely calm.
So it does smooth things.
I have seen videos of that, and I mean, I couldn't say no to something like that. That helps somebody. I mean,
Yeah, it's when you abuse it the wrong way is what you're against.
Yes.
And I can see that. And I'd have to go back and look up when that vote's going to be, but I've heard that several times throughout the course of it.
Yeah.
And, Mississippi did move on and bring in that the lottery.
Yeah.
And I have yet to buy a lottery ticket, period. I have not. Have you?
I have bought the little, like the scratch-offs. I bought those.
So you bought one?
I have. I bought a few of those because it's
did you
fun
win?
to me. No, I didn't win any. I take that back. I did win like a $2 ticket or something. A free. But like we'll get the big, whatever it is called, the big.
Oh, the
lottery.
one that's got the million
big drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got one of those a couple
Powerball,
times.
isn't that what it called?
Yeah, Kurt's got one of those a couple of times, and no, we have not won yet.
I'm going to buy one day.
If I win, though, y'all be the first to know.
I wouldn't see Candace for a month.
You won't ever see me again. I'm picking.
Oh, well, thanks for dropping by. That's a few of the headlines that are going on locally and nationally of what's going on around. And coming up, we'll recap your weather for you, and we'll have some more news and headlines for you coming back in the morning. We hope you'll join us. It's all coming up with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Exit 151 off the interstate will take you to the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Been there since 1932, taking care of you of all of your needs. And I've mentioned several times, they've got some great clothing going on sale right now. The Drake apparel, you can get the vest for 25% off, including the jackets, while the supplies last. Great wearing stuff also. You can take advantage of all the T-shirts that are there. No farms, no food, and the farm hard. I like those shirts. Also, skillets. Who doesn't need a skillet? That's been one of the things, if you'll read behind of, go ahead and stock up on stuff like this. Get those ready. May need those one day, though. Iron skillets. Keep them handy. You can also, if you've got pets, the Value Pack is one of the new dog food lines that they've brought in. And, of course, they've got some samples right now. Come by and try those. Value Pack, great protein, percent fat for your dogs. Take care of your pets, along with anything that you might need, collars, leashes, things of that nature, anything for your puppy dog there. They can take care of you as rain moves in today. If you don't have a good pair of rain boots, they've got them for you there. You'll enjoy those, the dry shot. For ladies and men, all types of sizes that you're looking for. When it comes to deer season, this is kind of like the headquarters. They've got it all there. From feeders, of course, this is the new one from Moultrie with the built-in electric guard. You can take the deer attractants, a lot of these, the sugar beet made by Wild Game, the sugar beet crush, several different flavors to choose from. Also, don't forget the power station. The deer like those, hang those in a tree, along with all your cameras and accessories, the SD cards, or if you want to go ahead and buy those that sends it to your phone. They've got those to where you don't have to go back and waste all your time and gas running to the woods back and forth. You can get it, boom, deer walks in front of it, shot to your phone. Neat. Oh, one of the neatest things I've ever seen. You'll like those also. They show you the complete line of those. If you're still planning, Buckbusters, the fall seed is there, complete mix there. You can also get the Southern Buck mix, the food plot seed that has all of the crimson clover, the forage oats, the wheat already mixed in. You'll like that a whole bunch there. And if you want to mix your own, if you want to do your own wheat, your oats, ryegrass, they've got those as well. And when it comes to your pets, all those horses and cattle, if you've got a farm that you're running, taking care of it, they've got that including your corn. You can even get your guns. If you're looking for a particular model, a brand new scope, they've got those along with all the ammo that you need to sight your rifle in, or just have an extra box laying on the truck seat. Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151 is where you need to go to see all you good folks there to help you out. Well, as we move into our forecast, as remembering today is a 90% chance of showers today. So the odds are getting wet pretty strong this afternoon after 1 o'clock is what we're looking at. As we pull up and go to our extended forecast, as we talked about a while ago, we look at this. Today, we've got a high of 83, 56 for our low, 49 tomorrow night. As we move into Friday night, 47 degrees. Now, I'm also showing in other areas that this will probably be about 48, kind of early out. But it'll be several times this week. We're going to dip into the 40s. Not after today, not getting into the 80s, keeping in the 70s. And it looks like we'll do that again next week. But our coolest temperatures will be this week at night. So be on the lookout for that. Low 50s and into the 40s. You just cannot beat it. And again today, as we said, look out for rain after 1 o'clock this afternoon as we pull up with the severe weather that could be today. And again, that line takes in the eastern half of Kemper County, Noxubee County, Lauderdale County, and all of Clark County down to Wayne County in these areas. Now, it shows, light rain in the other areas, but this will be the hardest hit over to Montgomery, taking in Tuscaloosa. So keep that in mind as you plan your day. And most likely, again, that will occur after 1 o'clock this afternoon. So that's where we are weather-wise today. Carry your umbrella. Don't forget there is patchy fog this morning through the early hours of the morning, 9:30 or so. Leave early. Drive a little bit slower. There'll be things in the road you can't see, school buses and all that stuff. So drive a little slower, be prepared for whatever comes at you this morning, and you'll be all righty then. That's a complete look at the forecast. Of course, brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, the good folks there. And as always, if you've got a suggestion, shoot it to me. We'd like to hear from you. We'll keep you up to date with the very latest of weather today. Should we have some severe breakout, I'll be here to tell you all about it here at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thanks for joining.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by